You know, with Halloween just around the corner, everyone is getting their scare on. Haunted houses start off being weird enough, so let's see if we can find the weird in the already weird world of haunted houses in the USA in today's episode of 5 Weird Things. Welcome to the channel. Weird is the coin of the realm and we are going on a spending spree. Today's topic is haunted houses. And I'm being liberal with the term house. Pretty much if anyone ever slept in a bed inside it overnight, it fits the category. As for ghosts, I once saw a friend's mother walk by in the hallway glaring at me a full 2 years after she passed away. So what's your ghost story? Tell me down in the comments. Now first, the things we all know. While science has never proven that ghosts exist, every civilization since the dawn of time has had their legends about ghosts. And before you go down that road of, well, they were ignorant ancient civilizations, I mean them and all modern civilizations as well. But what traits do all haunted houses share? Here's what my research found. There are sightings of ghostly apparitions, odd sounds and creaking, grisly, murderous past, cold spots, objects seeming to move on their own, feeling of extreme anxiety or dread. Now, with that being said, here's some famous, or rather infamous, haunted houses in the United States of America. Weird thing number 5. The Queen Mary Ocean Liner, Long Beach, California. Over the years, many visitors and staff have reported experiencing paranormal encounters on the Queen Mary. Common reports include ghostly apparitions, unexplained sounds, footsteps, and doors slamming shut on their own. Now, the Queen Mary is sometimes referred to as the graveyard of the Atlantic, because it's said that more than 50 deaths have occurred on board, contributing to its reputation of paranormal activity. And of course, there are daily tours of the ship. Weird thing number 4. Villisca Axe Murder House. On the night of June 10, 1912, 8 people were brutally murdered in the house in Villisca, Iowa, including 6 children and 2 adults. All of the victims, the Moore family and 2 house guests, were bludgeoned to death with an axe. The killer or killers left the murder weapon at the scene. The case remains one of the most mysterious and famous unsolved murder cases in American history. Despite several suspects and investigations, the killer was never conclusively identified or brought to justice. And of course, there are daily tours of the house. Weird thing number 3. The Stanley Hotel. The Stanley Hotel is a historic hotel located in Estes Park, Colorado. It's known for its reputation as one of the most haunted hotels in the United States. The hotel gained significant notoriety after author Stephen King stayed there in the 1970s. His stay and the hotel's eerie atmosphere inspired him to write the novel The Shining. And we all know how that went. I still have nightmares. Jack Nicholson. Here's Johnny. Guests and staff have reported experiencing ghostly encounters such as seeing apparitions, hearing phantom footsteps and voices, and witnessing objects moving on their own. And of course, there are daily tours of the hotel. Weird thing number 2. The Trans-Alleghany Lunatic Asylum. The asylum was constructed in 1881 and was originally designed to house 250 patients, but soon became wildly overcrowded with as many as 2,400 patients at its peak. Now, the institution had a long and very troubled history, which included issues such as overcrowding, questionable treatment practices, and the use of now outdated psychiatric treatments. Among this was ice water baths, seclusion cells, also known as isolation cells, electroshock therapy, lobotomies, including the ice pick transorbital lobotomy, chlorpromazine, also known as Thorazine, which was introduced to treat psychotic disorders, but was widely overprescribed and often used to keep patients in a complete catatonic state. Laudanum, a highly addictive opiate most commonly used to treat pain, which was regularly provided to patients not in pain at all. And, of course, forced sterilization. And of course, there are daily tours of the asylum. And finally, weird thing number 1. The Amityville Horror, also known as the Amityville Horror House. Now, the house was the site of a gruesome mass murder that occurred on November 13, 1974. Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his parents and 4 siblings in the house. The most well-known haunting claims came from the Lutz family, who moved into the house in December 1975. They reported experiencing a wide range of terrifying phenomena, including unexplained sounds, mysterious odors, demonic apparitions. They also claimed to have seen a pig-like creature with glowing red eyes. Mr. Lutz woke up in the middle of the night to find his wife levitating above the bed. Now, just prior to them moving in, a priest came out to bless the house, and in an empty house with no one in there, a voice shouted, "Get out!" Now, there are not daily tours of the house. It's now just a private home, and someone actually lives there. So keep off the grass. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to correct any of the lore I got wrong. Let me know if I got any of it right. Or tell me about a video you'd like to see. Either way, take care. Have a great night.